Assalamu alaikum brothers and sisters, welcome to my channel one more time. If you're new here, consider subscribing because we talk about end of time, the coming of the Mahdi, Yajuj and Majuj, Ad-Dajjal. So again, if you're new here, consider subscribing because we talk only about those topics. We do not talk about anything else. There is an ayat in the Quran from Surah Al-Isra, Surah Al-Bani Israel. This is the surah number 17. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the future of the Yahudis. Okay, and this is according to some of the scholars, some of the Mufassirin. They have said that these ayats, they talk about what will happen to the children of Bani Israel. Right now we know what is happening in Palestine. So this ayah, they are talking about their future, their fate. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran, basically in that surah, وَقَضَيْنَا إِلَى بَنِي إِسْرَائِيلَ فِي الْكِتَابِ لَا تُفْسِدُونَ فِي الْأَرْضِ مَرَّتَيْنِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that it was decreed for the children of Israel that they will create on land fasad twice, marratain. Okay, and marrataini. And so people are saying, the scholars, some of them are saying that, well, it already happened. When you already also have some other scholars who said that they did that once, but they did not do it the second time. Second time is about to happen. Means second time they will create fasad and Allah will punish them. So that will happen in the future, according to some scholars. I do not agree with that because the first explanation that was given by the previous scholars who said these are all happened, these already happened in the past, they were correct according to my understanding. After reading the ayat and reading the history, the scholars who are saying that this will happen in the future, the second one, not the first one, because remember they will be creating fasad how many times? Twice, marrataini. The second time when they will create fasad, it will happen in the future. So I said, according to my finding, I don't agree with that because the Quran is actually giving us a clear hint that this already happened. And I'm going to show you in a second how the Quran gave that hint in the same surah. I do not know why some of these scholars that did not look into this following ayat, but when I was reading the Quran, this ayat, it is very clear to me at least that these fasad that Allah Azza wa Jalla said they will create they will create twice has already taken place. Somebody sent me a link. He said that take a listen at this link, make some comments. So I'm going to be doing that in a second.
A number of prominent scholars in Egypt, in Bilad al-Sham, in Palestine, a number of places, they are saying, why are we assuming that these are in the past? The Quran.
Okay, so this is what he's saying, Yasir Qadi, that some of the scholars, new scholars, they are saying that why we would have to assume that these events that the Quran mentioned already happened in the past, because the Quran is not clear. The Quran did not say this happened in the past. Rather, this will happen in the future. So take a listen.
The Quran doesn't say so. In fact, the Quran only says one of them. وَكَانَ وَعْدًا مَفْعُولًا. The first one has taken place. As for the second, the Quran does not say that it has taken place. Why are we assuming it has taken place?
Okay, so again, he's talking about the ayat in the Quran that talks about the Yahudi, they will create fasad twice. Okay, be very, very clear. Quran says the Yahudi, they will create fasad twice.
And now you see exactly where we're heading with this, right? So the first one would then be, most likely, the first destruction of the temple. That was when the glory of the original kingdom completely gone. And they have never had that type of political stability up until when? We all know up until when. And so, Allah Azza wa Jalla is saying, ثُمَّ رَدَدْنَا لَكُمُ الْكَرَّةَ عَلَيْهِمْ. We give you one more chance and you were victorious over your enemies. وَأَمْدَدْنَاكُمْ. We helped you, we aided you. You had government aid, you had the largest endowments from the biggest superpower in the world.
Okay, so again he's saying that it happened in the past, the destruction of the first temple. He said that is totally fine. That was the first time when the fasad was created. And then he will say the second one, the second fasad, the Quran talks about, it did not happen. Rather, it will happen in the future. But I don't agree with that. The reason I do not agree with that is because in the same surah, if you go down to the verses, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said, in ayat number 8, Surah Al-Isra, again 17 number surah, he said, Asa rabbukum ayyarhamukum. Allah Azza wa Jal wish for you rahmah. Okay, He wants to show you mercy and forgiveness. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the same ayat, wa in uttum udna. Okay, wa in uttum udna. But if you return, then I will return too. Means I want to show you mercy. Allah is saying to the Bani Israel, I'm going to be showing you mercy, but there is one condition. If you go back and create fasad, then I will go back and punish you. This ayat makes it very clear, dear brothers and sisters, that the first two events, the first two times where Allah said that they will create fasad, marrataini, remember? It already happened. First time happened was the time of the Babylonian, when they attacked and destroyed the first temple, okay, or the Assyrian attack. So that was the period when the first fasad took place and they were destroyed. The second fasad happened in the 70 AD after Isa alayhi salam came, when the Romans, they sacked the Yahudi, and the Yahudi got dispersed, okay, and some of them went to Europe, Africa, some other people went to Middle East, some went to Medina. So for example, Banu Kainuqa, Banu Nadir, Banu Quraida, all of these tribes, Yahudis, they went to Medina. So there was like a diaspora, okay, and that was the second time when the fasad took place, according to my understanding after reading the ayat from the Quran. But the future, now this is the most important part, what will happen to the Yahudi in the future. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He was very, very clear in this ayah. He said that I will show you mercy. Okay, I will forgive you, I will show you mercy, even though whatever you are doing is wrong, your belief, your aqidah, everything is wrong, but I still want to show you mercy. But if you return, and Allah Azza wa Jal mentioned, wa in uttum udna, if you return, I will return. So right now we see the Yahudis, okay, they are trying to create more fasad. Okay, they are at the peak of their power right now. The whole world is supporting them. I mean, it is just overwhelming to see how much support they have from the Western countries, from rich countries. You know, you cannot even protest in France against Palestine. You cannot talk against them in some other places. The point here is that they're very, very powerful. So this power was given to them by Allah Azza wa Jal as a test. The power they have right now, okay? And the reason Allah is testing them is because Allah Azza wa Jal wants to see what they will do with this power. What they are doing right now, they are creating more fasad. What is happening right now in Palestine, what they are doing in some of the other part of the Muslim world is creating fasad. But my understanding is that they will create even more fasad. This is not the end. Allah Azza wa Jal gave them power. Now they are very, very powerful, but this power will be abused in a way we have never seen before. So what will happen in the future with the brothers and sisters in Palestine is going to be something, I hope and pray that Allah give them a strength, but it will be really, really bad according to my understanding, because the word Allah Azza wa Jal used, uluwan, okay, is the same word that was used for Pharaoh. And the reason it is so dangerous is because this word means someone who is arrogant without limit, someone who is extremely, extremely arrogant, okay? And because of their arrogance, because of their haughtiness, Allah has compared them with Pharaoh. What Pharaoh said, وَفِرْعَوْنَ لَا عَلٍ فِي الْأَرْضِ, Pharaoh was a great tyrant. Ana rabbukumul a'la, I am the Lord Most High. So Pharaoh, he praised himself. He said that I am, this, I am that, I am God. In other words, his arrogance was to a level you could never imagine. He وَيَسْتَحْيُونَ أَبْنَاءَكُمْ وَيُذَبِّنَ أَبْنَاءَكُمْ وَيَسْتَحْيُونَ نِسَاءَكُمْ. He will kill the son and he will leave the daughters alive. This is like children. So this is the level of arrogance that he had. Uluwan kabir. This is the same word Allah is used for the people of Bani Israel, that they will also become like Pharaoh. And dear sisters, when they become like Pharaoh, it is not a good news. So what we'll see in the future is two things. Number one, they will rise to power and they will keep abusing their power. And number two is the fulfillment of the promise of Allah, wa in uttum udna, that Allah will send an army to keep them in check, to destroy them. And that army could be the Mahdi, okay, the Mahdi army that we talk about. So this is my understanding from Surah Al-Isra about the future of Bani Israel, that whatever happened, whatever Allah mentioned, that marrataini, they will la tufsiduna fil ard marrataini, they have already done it. The future is that they what they're doing right now, Allah Azza wa Jal will send an army to punish them. And this is the promise that Allah made in the Quran, that when He said wa in uttum udna. So this is my explanation, this is my understanding, but if you want to add more, if you have any comment, if you have any question, let me know, inshallah. I hope that inshallah this video will benefit you. If you did, again, subscribe to this channel, like this video if you did, share this video, and I will see you soon again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.